I'm live. I don't understand. Every time there's somebody in here already and I just hit the button. Somebody's fucking with me. I have to get the thing and they're gone. Sweet. Hello, hello. QP, always the first. How you doing? I look like shit today. Well, that's really not that different from usual. I'm just gonna wait a minute, QP, before I start yapping because, you know, at least want to have a couple people in here. Not that you're not worth entertaining, you know, just you, but you know what I mean. The robot? What's the robot? Are you talking about the robot that is always on the second I hit live? Or is that you? Are you the robot? What color do I want? I'm not sure I understand. I'm an idiot today. I feel very retarded. Yeah. Oh, Rob the... Oh, fuck it. I'm an idiot, see? Well, he's gray, basically, with maybe black on some of, maybe the chest plate or something. Jeez, I don't... You know what? I'll look it up real quick. Pretty sure he's mostly gray and black, though. Maybe around the eyes, too, is black. I'll find a picture real quick. For the love of Pete. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, basically, like, oh, Jesus. The picture that I sent, that is this, like, that's pretty much, it's like either white or gray, and then, you know, it's black for the arms and the eyes. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, I'm good with whatever you do. I appreciate it too, by the way. Hopefully, I don't know, I can do something in return for you. I can write you a crappy song, that's about it. Which, still working on that, the one song. It's just about done. Like, I really think all I have to do is the ending now. And it's the hardest part, though, because, just the way it is. I don't really know what lyrics to use for it or whatever. Oh, shit. Robert's on. What time is it? Oh, shit. Oh, well. Yeah, I think I gotta talk with Robert about, maybe I'll go on it, like, I thought he usually, like, for my time, Eastern Standard Time, he usually goes on for 7:20. He goes on at 4:20 on his. Oh, he's late, okay. Maybe I'll start going on at 8:20 if he's gonna go on at 7:20. I don't know. I don't like to overlap or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Might as well get into it. We got enough people here now, right? 2 or 3. Good enough. Fuck it. First thing would be, you know what? I'm gonna show the Mr. books. I don't know if you'd heard MA on one of his streams like a week ago or something. He was talking about those books from like the 70s called the Mr. books, and I hadn't gotten a chance to look, you know, at what they have. There's so many that I've never seen before, but that could be because apparently they've been going on. Oh no. Anyway, I guess they've been making these books since the 70s, so I mean, I stopped reading them in the 80s, so it could just be that I couldn't seem to find dates for each character. But I'm just going to show you all the characters I found and tell you which ones I know and which ones I don't. If you're not familiar with them, it's these guys. Mr. Happy, Mr. Nervous, shit like that. So let me turn down brightness just a little more. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so we got Mr. Happy, Mr. Tickle, and Mr. Messy up top. I remember all those. Mr. Greedy, Little Miss Bossy, and Mr. Nosy on the bottom. The only difference in that is maybe I don't remember the name of Little Miss Bossy. I mean, I actually don't think I remember that character at all. I just remember like a bunch of Misters and maybe Mrs. for the, for the lady ones. Alright, next page we got Mr. Silly, Mr. Noisy, and Mr. Sneezy. I remember all those. You don't know them? Yeah, I would imagine this. But you know what? Well, if MA knows them, they've got to be a worldwide, or at least a couple different countries that know of them. I don't know. They're stupid kids' books. There's really nothing special about them, but, kids are easily amused, so I was easily amused by these things. Mr. Strong, Mr. Uppity, and Mr. Small. I remember all those also. But the name Mr. Uppity seems maybe off to me. Not positive on that. Next page. Mr. Funny, Mr. Tall, Mr. Nerd. Looks familiar. Mr. Topsy-Turvy, I remember. Mr. Rude, no. That's totally for me. And, I mean, I can't do the chat in there. I'm going to go back and see what you guys say about these after I'm done showing them. Mr. Grumpy, Mr. Bounce, Little Miss Naughty. I don't remember Little Miss Naughty. I remember the others. Little Miss Scary, Mr. Mischief, Mr. Clever. Little Miss Scary is another one I don't know of. Very evil looking too. But again, this could be the date they came out. I really don't know. Mr. Worry, Mr. Quiet, Mr. Rush. Mr. Worry is the only one I have a question about. I'm not sure if I remember him. Mr. Impossible, Mr. Chatter, Mr. Skinny. I remember all those. There you go. Mr. Snow, Mr. Fussy, Little Miss Helpful. Mr. Snow is new for me. Not positive on Little Miss Helpful. Mr. Fussy, I know. I think. Looks familiar anyway. Okay, my mom just texted me back with my blood type, A positive. That's what I thought it was. And she says, I'm not even sure. Little Miss Whoops, Mr. Muddle, Little Miss Chatterbox. Mr. Muddle I know, the others I don't. Or at least not by name, that Little Miss Whoops. The character looks familiar, but not sure. Mr. Daydream, Mr. Lazy, Mr. Dizzy. I think I remember all those. Mr. Brave, Mr. Wrong, Mr. Stingy. Mr. Brave, I don't know who that is. And the other ones look familiar. Mr. Grumble, Mr. Clumsy, Mr. Cheerful. I don't think I know any of them. Maybe Mr. Grumble. Mr. Slow, Little Miss Birthday, Mr. Good. Don't know any of those. Little Miss Tiny. I don't know what the other ones on the bottom are. Ooh, shit. Cigarette ash everywhere. Yeah, don't know who that is. And that's it for that. There was a bunch more, but I didn't know who they were at all, so I just figured, fuck it, leave it out. MA was talking about the whales and the blowholes being in the middle of the whale. I remember that, but I would have never thought about it unless he brought it up. But, usually, I have a feeling that a lot of the things that I'm going to know about is going to be from video games, because like I said, that was like pretty much my whole life. So I immediately thought of Super Mario Brothers 2. There's a, the fourth world on that has these whales where they shoot water out their blowhole and you can actually ride on the water. So I took a couple screenshots of those. Let me make that a little bigger. As you can see, blowholes in the middle, and the eye is actually set up a little close to the front, but not totally. But wait till you see the next one. This is the remake of Super Mario 2 for Super Nintendo, and this is really odd. It's the same game, just with updated graphics, and you'll see the blowholes in the middle, but look how far back the eye is. That's not its tail, by the way, that's for the one in front of it. But the eye is damn near the middle, and then the tail's back there somewhere. I thought that was very, very strange. Can't say for certain I remember that or not, but I mean, what the fuck? Eyes aren't in the middle, are they? No. At least not yet. Let me see. What's this? Pardon me. He had also talked, MA talked about, I think it was this Pac-Man cartoon. Well, this isn't the cartoon, this is from a game. But I think he said something about the ghosts. There was like a ghost in there that he doesn't remember. When I went back and watched it that day, they all looked familiar to me, but I did find a game called, I think it's called The Adventures of Pac-Man, Part 2, or something like that, for Sega Genesis. And it has the ghosts, but it's missing the female ghost, Sue. Maybe that's the one he doesn't remember, I don't know. But it's got only 4 there, and there's 5 in the cartoon. But you know what, the purple one, hold on, the names on this are Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde, so yeah, Sue's not in there. But Sue is in one of the games, maybe it's Miss Pac-Man, I'm not sure, but it's not in this game, so I found that a little odd. I don't know if it means anything or not. What the hell is this? Oh, this is also from the Pac-Man game. I guess this is the bad guy. I don't know why I even took the picture of it, but it's just like a little sinister looking dude. I wonder if that, you know, is anything. You know, yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh, I gotta go back to the chat. Okay. Let's see if you guys said anything. What the hell? QP says no, keep the time. Okay, I won't fuck around then. Hey River, I tried and if Mags is here too, I tried messing with the with my laptop to get the, you know, the stream thing going. I think it won't be a problem, but I just didn't have enough time to get it going tonight. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be all ready to go. So I'll call you, or actually I don't know if I have your number, River, but yeah, the messenger app thing I'll get you on, and we'll figure it out. If you want to do it tomorrow. If not, we'll set up another time. No biggie. Emma had those books, so, and yeah, and she's from the UK, so. Yeah, the names do seem different, like on some of them, yeah, but I can't be sure. Yeah, Mr. Snow, that one definitely threw me off. Again, I couldn't find the dates, so that could have been something that was made after I was reading them. I'll have to go back and find out. Emma, you don't remember any misses? Because, like, at first I thought I didn't either. I thought they were all misters, but maybe... But then I was like, oh no, I think I do. But now that you're saying it, maybe there weren't any. I don't even know anymore. Okay, that looks like to be it. I was watching on Kindle. Next time I'll check the computer. Oh, probably talking about buffering and shit. Aw. Well, if you fall asleep, I don't hold it against you, River, because I can be quite boring at times. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about, oh wait, hold on. She does, Emma says she does remember some Mrs. Little Miss Sunshine. Okay. Hello, Johnner or Joner. I'm never gonna know how to say your name, so whatevs. Um, now I can't remember who was bringing it must have been MA, actually, because he was talking about, like, lightning today, so, I was thinking about last summer, I think it was, we had a really crazy, thunder and lightning, well, it was raining too, I think, storm, but it was so bizarre. Like I've never seen one quite like this. It really looked like crappy special effects from a B movie. The lightning was like very bright white, and it wasn't lightning bolts. It just lit up the entire sky. But it was the whiteness of it that really threw me off, and I really don't think I could explain how weird it was. But it, like, when it would flash, like, it was just like everything turned white and you could see nothing, like looking outside, not in the room obviously, but you couldn't see anything but just like a blinding white flash. The thunder was extremely loud, and it did sound a little off, but I couldn't tell you why. But yeah, it was like way too many flash. It was one after another, and but and like it was the kind of thing that would scare the shit out of you know, most people probably, but I can sleep through I actually sleep better through thunderstorms and rain and all that. What else? Has anybody else seen something like that? Like, I only saw it that one time, but it was crazy. Yeah, white lightning, white sun, craziness. In fact, the Mandela Effect song that I'm working on, as of right now, it's just titled I Recall a Yellow Sun or something like that. I don't know. Normally I can come up with kind of good names for songs, but I don't know, this one's not really coming through, so that's just what it's titled for now. Yeah. And then, I mean, I could probably just record it and put it up. I kind of got to learn the words first, but yeah. Last two lines or 3 lines is all I got to do left now, and I like the way it's turning out. But yeah, it's probably gonna take me fucking another week just to get those last couple lines. Alright. Oh, is Korrie here, by the way? Probably not. Nope, okay. Aqsa, first, I don't know if anybody didn't see her, I think it was yesterday's stream. Yeah, it was. That was a good find with the flowers. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. She basically noticed that she had a like dead flower that the color was still in it, and most people, I guess, remember that when your flowers die, like, they turn brown, and hers, they were just dry. All the color was still there. Very weird. And I'm sure I brought this up already, but at least on chats, that I have a bag of shredded cheese, and it's been in there for a good 4 months, and there's not like mold on it or anything. I'm afraid to use it, but I'm just leaving it there to see how long it takes before it fucking rots away. And it's just a strange thing with like food nowadays. And I can't remember who said it, but it might have been Rob said that it probably has to do with the nitrogen, right? Yeah, nitrogen in the air, that things aren't rotting as quickly. And I mean, again, I don't know anything about that, but it sounds right to me. What else? something else about rotting. Oh, the milk. I've noticed the last couple times I've gotten milk that it'll be good 2 weeks after its date, and I mean, I remember years ago that like it was questionable on the day of its expiration date, like to use it or not, and not anymore. Very odd. Night vision, yeah, night vision's getting it's crazy. I think I brought this up already, but like when it's like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll look up and it's like the clouds are illuminated or something. Like you can see them so clearly, but I don't know. I wonder what that has to do, because it's not like if I look on the ground, like everything else is darkened, but clouds are like they're almost like lit up from behind or something. But you know what? That's probably to do with this whole fucking, you know, fake sun shit. Like, if I never brought this up before, I think that like the chemtrails are basically painting a screen on the sky, and I think that they've somehow switched night and day. Like the sun's probably up during our normal night times, and maybe that's what's lighting up the clouds from you know, behind the screen part of it. That, I mean, that's crazy and everything, but it's like, you know, everything's fucking nuts around here. Emma says, just go by the smell of milk. The expiration dates are bullshit. Yeah, I agree with that, but it wasn't always like that. I mean, it used to be, you know, the dates were pretty spot on, and now it doesn't even fucking matter. What the fuck? And I'm sure that most of you already have like noticed this, but I'm just gonna bring things up that that are obvious to me anyway, because sometimes I'll bring something up and then like I'll see a few people say, oh wow, that's a interesting thought or whatever, and I always think that, you know, everybody's gonna know, you know, what the fuck's in my head, but so yeah, if I say something that's like obvious to everyone, this is the only reason why I bring it up, because every once in a while I'll see some, like a bunch of people not, you know, haven't thought of it. So yeah, have you guys noticed that basically everything like man-made is like a copy of something in nature? Like for instance, like a camera is like our eyeball in a sense, and what do you call it? The shutters. Like that's kind of like our I don't even know what you that is, that the iris? Yeah, I guess the iris part, the color, you know, whatever the fucking that's called. Like that would be like the shutter, and I'm assuming that this is the way it is. Are our pupils like are they like really big underneath the iris? And that's like when it opens, like it's just showing, or does the eye, or does the pupil grow? Like I'm assuming it's not that. I'm assuming it's the other way around. But yeah, I don't know anything. You know that. That's why I'm asking. Hold on, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Oh, yeah, did anybody catch Glenjamin, his stream from, I think it was today, about, household cures for things? That was really good. He said, oh, who am I even telling this to? Hold on. Shit. Somebody just said something about migraine. Okay, Emma. Glenn had something about, if you take, I guess, some leaves or branches off a willow tree and chew on them, it's supposed to help with a migraine. So if you have one around you, there you go. Tammy says, my vision is blurry, but I'll try as it gets darker. something else about, I'm glad you brought that up with blurry vision. Does anybody else have, like, if you're driving at night, like, you can't read street signs for shit? I've had that for a while, and I think it has to do with, like, you know, the whatever lighting they're using in the street lights and whatever. Like, it almost doubles everything, and it's really obnoxious. I can't read anything at night. Poppy can see better, or can see in her house in the dark better too. Yeah, definitely not normal. Cut an apple and time it where they get to go brown. It takes quite a while. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, because I used to, like, turn brown rather quickly, right? Like, you know, 20 minutes or something, it would start turning brown, I think. Or even sooner. Interesting. I'll have to try that. Yeah, Tammy, the milk is lasting longer. And I think most things are, really, but... Oh, yeah, QB, I'm with you with that. I'm going to need about another 10 years of upgrades before I'm battle ready. And I'm not going to do shit to get myself ready. It's going to have to just happen, or else I'm going to be, you can use me as bait, though. I don't give a shit. You know, like in The Walking Dead, when, you know, somebody gets hurt, twisted ankle or something, and ends up getting eaten up. That'll be me. I'm fine with it, too. I don't give a shit. Oh, River, I was saying, Willow, Glenn Mink, or is it Minks? I don't even know anymore. It was Minks at one point. He had on his stream talking about if you have a migraine, if you chew on willow branches, I think it was, or go back and watch it. I'm not sure, but something with the willow tree. There you go. Poppy says willow bark has natural aspirin. See, I thought that was I thought that was like ash trees have that. But, or maple. I don't even know. Whatever. Yeah, I can't drive at night. I mean, I can drive at night, but I don't like it. Aw, Poppy, you're snuggling kitty kitty. That's cute. We have a couple stray cats that come by, and very, very cute cats, and we give them food and everything, but we think that they're doing their rounds around the neighborhood doing the same thing. They probably have a house, but whatever. Cute little things. Jason says, I've noticed most fruits don't brown near as fast as they used to. Apples for sure. We grew those damn things brown in 10 minutes. Yeah, alright, see how, yeah. They used to be quite quick. Bananas even last longer. No need to put lemon juice on fruit. Interesting. Coffee sounds like a good idea, but I'd have to make more, and that ain't happening. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop drinking coffee. Fuck that. There's another thing that I think Glenn was talking about. He said that for a while he was taking pain medication too. How many of us are or were hooked on pain meds? Because that's fucking odd, man. I still have not ordered my kratom yet, and I need to get on that. Because, quite frankly, that was a Mandela effect for me. That shit did not exist before, I don't know, a year ago. And I have to imagine that it's it's been implemented into our reality for us to, you know, get off, the bad shit. Oh yeah, I gotta. Shit, is Rockbiter here? Mag says pain meds dull our magnetic self and keeps us from being awake all the way. But damn, I could use some. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you. Pain medication for me does the opposite. Like, I think that actually helped in my, just awakening, I guess you should say. It made me way more alert and like gave me crazy energy. Quite frankly, I was a slug before I was taking them, but I know they're bad, and I should eventually stop taking them. But yeah. Oh wait, yeah, it's Rockbiter. No, Rockbiter. Well, I'm gonna tell my story anyway, because maybe he'll watch this again later. So we were talking about yesterday about how if you just say the word science, you can get anybody to believe anything you're saying. Like scientists have discovered or science has found, and that's it. End of discussion. There's no, is it true or not? Because people will believe anything you say after those words, and it's really weird. And I mean, I'll admit that I was stupid and believed that too at one point, but I mean, Jesus Christ, we're at the point where we know that, the powers that be, whoever, they lie about everything. And like, right, I mean, you can take it just down to politics. I don't think you can find a person, unless they're like totally retarded, that wouldn't agree that politicians always lie. So can't you take it another step further and say, well, the government in general always lies? Like, why won't they believe like anything else besides the politicians? Everybody lies that's in a position of power. It's so fucking obvious. Oh, you are here, Rockbiter. What's up? All right, so this is for you. The story about the whole science is God thing. So early on, when I was learning about like the Earth might be flat or whatever, I brought it up to my friend's wife, or it was me, my friend, and his wife sitting around, and I said something about, I don't think we went to the moon, and I think that the Earth could possibly be flat, and not even a second later, she like blew up. She's like, "Oh my God, Jack, stop! The Earth is not flat." I go, "How do you know though?" And she goes, "Because science, that's why." And I was like just jaw. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. I think I was there for 10 minutes with my drooling and jaw on the ground. Like, because science? What kind of answer is that? And she's a really cool like lady. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but wow, because science. That's the story. It's insanity to me. Along those same lines with like let's talk a little bit about evolution. Just from a basic point of view, how could that be? Like, how can you even bullshit that? That we were monkeys or apes now? They're all apes now. Because, alright, so you're saying that because, what, a couple apes or monkeys decided to walk out of the forest, that they lost their feet that are like hands, and we no longer have to walk on, knuckle drag or whatever. Like, how does that work? Someone please explain that to me. Even though we know it's bullshit, like, how can you bullshit that side that Well, yeah, the monkeys that because there are still monkeys and apes and shit. Because they stayed in the forests, they didn't evolve. It doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. But I would like to hear, just for shits and giggles, like how can you even argue that? I'm gonna wait a minute to see what kind of responses I get here. Oh, wait, I missed a few things. Shit, man. You know what? I'll play a song or something. What? So you don't have to just sit there watching me read for a minute. It's not going to be a whole night of music. Just, just to keep you entertained. This song is by that band Forgetters again. This one is called I'm Not Immune. Coming at you. Oops, wrong one.
I didn't quite understand what you said, Eaton.
I want to send a telegram to the USA. Good morning, Hassan. I am going away tomorrow.
If you could see for once 1 inch beyond the nose that cuts the air before your face, you would not sing, my dear, with such high zest about the wonders of this modern world. Is there some place we could go and use each other for a while? I've got so much to disclose. I've got $5. Wait, no, I don't. If you could see the strings as armies swing through the night, the pious pigs that rub the shoulders of the remote patrollers, you would scream and shrink upon the ledge before the brink to see the hatred that drives this puking age. I'm not immune to this. In fact, I'm sick with the truth. It comes like knives flashing on the Senate floor. If all we have to give is our consent and a will to live, we'll gain the country we deserve. Inject the weekends to ourselves.
Martha.
And what passes for community is a backlit cult of idolatry. We love and
Coming at you. Forgetters. I hate when this happens. I can't get this thing to not shut the screen off. Okay. So, Mags asked up above, do I take poppy-based pain medicine? Yeah, it's oxycodone. And then he asked if I watch Case from Everyday Masters. Yes. Is there something that he talks about to do with that? I saw a bunch of Popeye videos pop up yesterday. I think you made one even, Rockbiter, but I didn't get to watch it yet, so I'll have to go back and see that. I know that it's always been Bluto for me, but I think you also talked about Sweet Pea or Sweet Pea, and I'm not sure. I would assume that it was Sweet Pea, but I can picture him, you know, the way he said it, and it sounded like Sweet Pea, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mags writes, yes and yes, and that's why it helped you wake. That's interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that. Is it like, if you happen to know which video it is, you know, if you could send it to me. If not, I'll just dig through and see if I can find it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I saw that he was going to be in New York. Is that why you went? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Shit. Well, we can, you know, hopefully we can talk about it when, unless it's something you don't want to talk about on the air, so to speak. We can just talk on the phone or whatever. I saved your number, by the way, so I'll text you from now on, because I don't know if you're the same as me, but I very rarely check my email. That's awesome. Alright, yeah, I'll contact you about that. Would you rather talk on the phone, or would you rather, like, text or whatever? Or email? Yeah, that guy seems like a really good dude. I emailed him a long time ago, and, yeah, he's just, you know, very nice. Seems so genuine. Like, that's one of those people that, even though I don't really, like, know him or anything, I would trust that dude 100%. You can just tell with some people, like, they don't, a lot of times you can tell just by the way they look, and that's weird sounding, but you can judge a book by its cover sometimes. Like, some evil people just look evil. Rockbiter says he's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow and won't be on, maybe a few days, busy week. No problem, brother. Whenever you can, you just go on. The Moon House writes, I was in the video he uploaded yesterday. Who's that, Case? Yeah, MA sometimes looks really mad. He has looked nicer lately. Yeah, I get scared even though he's like way far away, and you know, on my phone, I'll like cower in the corner when he gets all mad looking. I was rolling the night he had the smoking monkey, and when it fell over, that was the best part. Oh man, that was funny shit. Yeah. So what else do I got here? Besides, Well, I was gonna bring this up the other day. If you haven't heard me talk about before, like I look at this whole place as a video game of sorts or simulation, whatever you want to call it, and like early on, I was thinking about, well, you know, we're pretty like weak in these bodies, and like, you know, I assume that whatever we really are and wherever we come from, we must be like super crazy powerful beings or something, and that for some odd reason we like to take like those powers away from ourselves and come here. It sounds insane to me. I don't know, whatever. Um, and also, erase our memory so we don't know, who we are or what we are. Uh, but anyway, it reminds me of a game called Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. Um, and a lot of games do this, but, they'll actually start you off and your character has a lot of the abilities that you'll get later on in the game. And they'll let you play a level like that, like all powerful and stuff. And then something will happen where like you're fighting the boss at the end of the first level, and it takes away all your upgrades. So you have to start over from the beginning again, and build yourself back up. And I wondered, what if that's like what this place is like? We erase our memory, we take away all our powers, and we, I guess now we're at the point where we're gonna start getting them back again, and I guess that's exciting for us. I don't know. It sounds fucking insane to me, but if that makes any sense to anybody, just because I don't know. It's like, I mean, I could see maybe taking some of them away, but Jesus Christ, we're fucking handicapped down here, and I've said it a billion times, but I mean, it's a little better now that we've like met up with each other, but I really just don't like being here, and I don't know why I would ever sign up for this shit, but guess we'll find out at some point. Let's see. The monkey episode? Are you asking what Monkey Dick is about? If that's what you're asking, Korrie on one of her streams was talking about monkeys having sex or something, and then she said something about like the female monkeys will sit on monkey dick, and the way she said it was hilarious. So now it's a thing. Like we always call each other monkey dick. Burp. Yeah, same here, Rockbiter. I think he's, I don't know. He has like a pleasant face, and he always says he's got a grumpy face, but I don't know. Whatever. I'm not sure what you're saying here, Rockbiter. You said, no, sounds like something I remember, Scott B. Your weak human theory. Yeah. I don't know. I'm fucking out of it again now. No, not insane at all. Okay. Yeah, Mags, shit, you know what, I'll give you a spanner so you can, and I still don't even know what a spanner is, but, yeah, hold on. Add as moderator. Okay, yeah, you can place a thing, a link. Oh, shit. Rockbreaker says, I hate it here too, man. But, yeah, I mean, I'll admit though, it's not so bad since we have each other. But before this, like, it just, even like when I had my, I've had the same group of friends for 25 years, and like they were good peeps and all that. But you know, now that they're not even the same people, fuck them. Well, not. I mean, I don't want to be a jerk like that, but it's just they're not the same. It's impossible to even like relate to them, and I'm sure it's the same for them with me. But yeah, I'm quite happy, you know, that you guys replaced them as friends. But you know, you're not really around, so that kind of sucks. But this is not so bad with this. It's just, you know, slow moving, I guess. Bonus points, yeah. You know what? I better play another song so you're not totally bored. Alright, it's still on. I don't think I have much longer to go though. Yeah, only 8 minutes, but whatevs. Play a quick one. Ooh, I like this band. This band's called Grey Matter, and album is called Thog, Thog, and song is called Second Guess. Coming at you. Sorry, I had to pause real quick. Rockbiter, I do remember you telling the story about you agreeing to come here. And we got to get you on here to talk about what you can remember, man. I can't remember shit. All right, listen to the song. Hey, Ashley. Oops. Shit with this again. Okay. Okay, shit, hold on. I did see that video, Mags, that you put up. That is a good one. Rockbiter says, I'm still not comfortable talking about it in detail, honestly. It's pretty crazy sounding at best. LOL. Okay, yeah, I mean, I get it. If you're not opposed to talking about it, like, privately, though, I would be so fucking, you know, fascinated to hear about it. I don't know if that's, like, a weird thing, like, where you can't share it with me because it'll ruin, like, me remembering it on my own, but I don't know. I would still like to hear it. Like, I mean, I've heard a couple things that from someone else that, like, how do I put this? Not that I wasn't ready to hear it. I mean, it's just something that, like, they experienced that I haven't yet, and I wanted to hear more about it. Yeah, whatever. It's not even a thing, but yeah, I don't know how this whole thing works with, you know, remembering things, and, like, if we have to do it in a certain way, or because the way that I've seen things is I've watched, like, say, videos about someone explaining something, and, like, even though I understood what they were saying, I found it out for myself later to be true, and, like, it's like, even if you get the information, you're not really going to get it unless it's your time to. So you could watch something, and it could have all the truth in the world, and you won't get it till you're at the point where you're supposed to, if that makes sense. So I don't think you're, like, I could have all the answers, you know, and tell you them, and you won't get it till you're ready. So it doesn't matter really what we say on here, in my opinion. Only got a couple minutes left, and yeah. So, you know what? Might as well play one more song for you, because I don't really have anything else to add. I was gonna do my stupid fucking. I'll do it tomorrow. Fuck it. Let's see. What do you want to hear? Burp. You know what? I'm gonna play one of my favorite bands ever, called J Church. Unfortunately, the singer is no longer with us. He died in 2007, at least from what I remember. Could have changed, who knows? Where the hell's... Oh no. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Fuck! My fucking, my iPod the other night when I was playing songs off it, I think the click wheel died. Something happened where it doesn't work anymore. Fucking annoying. So, I have to see if I can replace that. Alright, let's see what we got here. You know what? I know what I'll play for. Oh, wait. Shit. Alright, I'm just gonna pick one. This is gonna be tough. Here we go. Alright. Tide of Fate coming at you. I'm sorry. I'll play it afterwards. All right, Korrie. Now that you're here, this is what I was gonna do, but had to make sure you were here before I tell it. Or yeah, the whole my Asian accent thing. I used to always, um, you know, talk like a Chinese delivery, uh, or whatever. When you call a Chinese restaurant, I always do that kind of voice. And there was a dude that I used to work with. His name was Bob, and his name was Bobby Klein. He died actually like 2 years ago, I think it was. But so if you can picture, skinny me and a dude that's like, he was probably 400 pounds or so, and maybe 60 years old or something. He was like just as goofy as me, but so we used to work on the road department, and like patching potholes and stuff like that. So we would be walking down like busy streets behind this hot box that keeps the the patch hot, and you fill the pothole, go on to the next one. So we would walk down the street holding hands, and that must have looked hilarious because we would always like do that and then look over at the cars that were driving by, and like people were like giving weird looks at us and stuff because that had to look fucking ridiculous. But anyway, so we used to always bust his balls about like that he'd always go to what they call rub and tugs, those massage parlors that beat you off or whatever. And so I used to always, from the perspective of the little Asian ladies that beat you off, here's my impression of him going to a rub and tug. I just gotta remember exactly how it starts off. Hold on. Okay. So, alright. How do I do that? This is fucking ridiculous. Alright. Oh shit, Min Sung. Oh, Bobby Klein. Locked door. Oh, he too late. He in. Oh, good morning, Mr. Klein. Oh, yeah. Oh no, Mr. Klein. No, you're too fat. We can't give you a hand job today. Oh, and your balls stink. We have to charge you double. What else? Hold on. Oh, nah, I fucked that up. Shit. Alright, well, just be like, oh no, Mr. Klein, don't take off your pants. Oh no, your balls stink. Alright, so that's for you, Korrie. I mean, I'm sure it went on 20 minutes longer than that, but, yeah, that's the best I can do, sorry. Alright, finish playing that song for you, and then I'm out of here. Coming at you. I guess you're not going to hear the rest of the song. Patrick just popped up, so my time is actually a little bit over. So, can I do an Indian accent? I don't, maybe a little bit. I don't really do it that often, but I'll have to work on that. But hope you enjoyed that, that ridiculousness. Love you fuckers. Have a lovely evening. Bye.